Hello, Sunpedal Groovy here, and I'm going to be playing this deck today, Rally Red in Pauper. And this is an aggressive red deck that's creature based. I'm going to go over the list here and start with the lands. So we have mountains. These cast our spells. And then we have an artifact land, Great Furnace, that comes into play untapped and taps for red mana. Now, this is part of what I'm going to call little mini combos and lead us into the first of those in Great Furnace plus Goblin Tomb Raider. So if we have Great Furnace on the first turn, we can attack in with this 2/2 Goblin. Now, I've recently watched a really cool video by a YouTuber named Hypergeomancy that talks about the probability of getting these two cards in your opening hand, considering mulligans and whatnot. And I'll link that down below because it's really cool. So the next of the kind of mini combos has to do with Burning Tree Emissary, which is a human that when it enters, you get a red and a green mana. Now, if you use that red and a green mana to then cast Rally the Hornbird, Rally at the Hornbird, then you create two 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, and humans you control get haste for the turn. So then on the second turn, you can attack in with a 2/2 and two 1/1, so that's 4 damage that you can come in with on the second turn. Uh, Burning Tree Emissary also works well with some spells that we have in our deck that draw two cards. I'll call them draw twos, but they are essentially, or they essentially draw two cards, but they actually exile those cards, and we can cast them until uh, the end of our next turn. Such as these are Reckless Impulse and Ren's Resolve. So if off of our Burning Tree Emissary, we can use that mana to then draw our virtual cards, and then we can cast them later. Finally, we have the combo of creatures and Goblin Bushwhacker. Uh, Goblin Bushwhacker is a goblin that when he enters, if he was kicked, then creatures you control get +1/+1 and haste until end of turn. So if we do have done our uh, rally thing on the second turn, then you can imagine on the third turn, um, we can maybe kick our Bushwhacker and then um, Burning Tree Emissary, the two humans, and Whacker is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's pretty good. Now we also have burn spells, and so we have Lightning Bolt. Uh, we also have Chain Lightning, which is a kind of a sorcery lightning bolt that can be pointed back at us if the opponent has open red mana. And then we have Galvanic Blast. So kind of a sub theme in the deck that we've already kind of touched on with the Great Furnace Great Furnace Tomb Raider mini combo is some kind of artifact sub theme. So between Great Furnace and some other artifacts that we'll talk about, we can maybe get Metalcraft, and then this becomes a 4 damage spell. So the other spells that we will talk about are kind of there's some other draw spells uh, slash artifact spells. Experimental Synthesizer is an artifact which exiles a card and you can play it this turn. This is very important because this is not until the end of your next turn. So it is not great generally to run out a synthesizer on the first turn because you'll exile a card and probably not be able to do anything with it. So this deck does everything in this deck is 2 or less mana, so you're guaranteed to be able to cast that card if you have 2 open mana. But a lot of times I would say I'm probably going to cast it with 1 open because there's a good chance that uh, the card that I exile will cost 1 or be a land. Sometimes I will. cast synthesizer before I make my land drop, and the same with the draw twos. It's worth noting that one of those cards very well may be a land, and you would prefer to play the one in exile than as opposed to one that may or may not be in your hand, because your opponent probably doesn't know that the land in your hand is a land. So it's if you have the choice, then it might be better to use the land that you get in exile. So we are talking about synthesizer. So next is Clockwork Percussionist, which is a little artifact monkey that can attack hastily, and when it dies, you exile the top card of your library and can play it until the end of your next turn. So this is another kind of it's a creature that goes well with Bushwhacker, but it can also give you a card. A lot of times, opponent doesn't want to block this because they don't want to give you a card. Um, but then some matchups they'll be coming at you with a 5/5, and this thing stands right in front of it and gives you a card for your trouble. So that is Clockwork Percussionist. And I think lastly, here we have Voldaren Epicure, which is a creature that comes into play, deals 1 damage to each opponent, and creates a blood token. And blood tokens are artifacts. So one thing that is worth thinking about is when you want to activate that blood token. And also, I didn't mention the activated ability on Synthesizer, but you can pay 3 mana and sacrifice this artifact and get a 2/2 samurai. But it's worth thinking about whether that's going to turn off any galvanic blast that you have in your hand. Maybe you want to go ahead and shoot off your galvanic blast before you do it, or any future galvanic blast that you might draw. Um, but same with the blood token, you may want to uh, think twice about whether you want to activate that and sacrifice it because you'll have less artifacts. So now in the sideboard, we have 4 blast, which is like the minimum of amount that red decks will run right now. Some will have 5, some will have 6, but we're on 4 here, and we're on 2 in the festivities, which is a card that deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature that opponent controls. We have 4 cast into the fire, which deals 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures or exiles an artifact. So um, the first mode, 1 damage to each of up to 2 creatures, is pretty good against decks like elves. And the second ability, exile target artifact, is good against a deck like Jund Wildfire, where you can exile their indestructible lands. So this is a modal spell that can have uses in different cases. Uh, we have 3 Relic of Progenitus, some graveyard hate because of blue tear mostly. And lastly, a card that I want to play that may not be good, but we'll find out, is Keldon Marauders. So this is a human that when it comes into play and when it leaves play, it deals 1 damage to target player, and it has Vanishing 2. So it comes in, so in our deck, we may be able to give it haste if we have 4 mana. We could play this, then play Rally, and then it will be able to attack as a 3/3. But most of the time, not. And also Bushwhacker can give it haste. But my thinking on this is that will be a good kind of a mirror match where it's going to do blocking and maybe do some profitable blocking. Um, but what interested me is that it's a human, so um, and also it may be good to attack into walls that usually would stonewall us, like a wall that has 3 toughness would usually be harder for us to get through. So this will um, be able to attack into that better. Um, so we'll see how that goes. So let's get into a match. Okay, we won the die roll here. So let's see what we got. Land, Great Furnace, land, Burning Tree Emissary, Reckless Impulse. Okay, so we don't really want to play Whacker on 1. So what we can do is kind of a slow start in turn 2. So we are on the play. We could go emissary into impulse. Um, see what we get. Not overly impressed with this hand. I think I want to try again. So here we have land, land, furnace, emissary, emissary. Now this is something. Uh, so turn 1 we can play epicure. Turn 2 we can burning tree, burning tree. Ooh, maybe we draw into something to play with that. Unfortunately, we can't whack our goblin with the green and red. We need red, red to do that. So we could, let me see, if depending on what we draw, we could wait till the 3rd turn to bushwhacker or to emissary, emissary, bushwhacker. But this overall, this is a keeper. I think probably we want to put a mountain back. Whacker is pretty good, so let's try that. Let's put a mountain back. So turn 1, we want to cast Voldaren Epicure. We want to yield to that trigger. Okay, let's no possible play, yield all. Okay, we're against an opposing Epicure. Okay, well, let's play our furnace. Let's play emissary. So them playing Epicure could mean that they're playing the same deck that I am, but also could mean that they're playing Red Madness. So I'm going to cast this monkey here and go to combat. I don't really want to use that green mana. I maybe could activate my blood token, but I don't really want to discard Whacker, so here we are. I don't love trading Epicure for Epicure because we're trying to whack probably next turn, so we're just going to come in with our Percussionist. Okay, that's fine with us because it gives us a card. That's our land drop for next turn. So this is their turn. Oh yeah, so this is Madness. So here's our land drop. We are going to Percussionist and kick. We came here to attack with little dudes. So that is what we are going to do. So they gave up. Not before they showed us what they were on, though. So they are definitely Red Madness. Let's see. I'm not big on our draw twos here because I think they probably have a stronger late game than we do. And as far as sideboard cards, I don't know. I don't know that we just love any of this stuff. Like we could maybe try Marauders, but like I said, that's more for blocking, and they're not really attacking. They're killing us on the stack. What we do want a lot of in this matchup is we want to see a lot of our burn spells because we're going to have one of those to kill um, their pingers, such as Gutter Snipe. So Gutter Snipes kill on sight. So we're going to use Galvanic Blast, whether or not it has Metal Craft, to kill Gutter Snipes. So, but Relic of Agendas is not terrible because they do sometimes put um, lava darts or sneaky snackers, or they'll have faithless looting in their graveyard that we might want to clean those up. So they can definitely win without a graveyard, but we could maybe slow them down. So let's try this. Okay, this hand has no lands. That is an automatic no. This hand has lands. So land, land. This has a lot of monkeys in it. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Rally, rally. Okay, so we're on the draw here. And I don't feel too bad about going to 5. There's probably a better 5 than this. I don't think these monkeys are getting there. We don't have any burn spells that will deal with gutter snipe. Um, I think there's better 5. Okay, land, land. This is not an enabled Tomb Raider, but we can attack on our first turn with Monkey, and then the Monkey will turn the Tomb Raider into a 2/2 because the Monkey is an artifact. So this is a keeper. We probably want to put a land back and a Raider. We want this for reasons I've already discussed. And our plan revolves around turn 1 Monkey, turn 2 Raider. So yeah, let's do this. That's our plan. Let's yield. Epicure. Nice start. Okay, we drew a land. We're gonna Monkey. Block it, I dare ya. Do it. He's doing it. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh, we got a chain lightning. So this might end up going at their life total so that we don't lose it. It's better than nothing. Yeah. So they didn't play any creatures. We can. Oh, they also don't have 2 available to bounce it back at us right now, so that's great. Let's shoot it at them. Oh, I forgot. We might want to take that out since they can bounce it back at us. Let's think about that if we go to another game. Ah, my goblin. Okay, so we got to kill that. It has 3 toughness, so we're gonna bolt it. Do I want to synth right now? Not really. So I already played my land for turn, right? No, I did not. Oops. So maybe I do synth. See what we get. Oh, we got a bolt. The bolt that I was going to use on this anyway. Or, yeah, that's what I was going to do anyway. So now we can deal with anything they play on their turn. We only have 2 cards, but they only have 5. I was going to say 3, but now they have, oh, I guess they have 4. Played a land. Okay. Do I want to instep bolt? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, that's probably not. Wow, that's something. We could make a samurai, but then the card we get off of this leaving play, we would not be able to cast. So probably don't want to do that. And also we have blast, so maybe at some point we can turn on our metalcraft. This is not looking amazing. As I mentioned before, this is a creature-based deck. Is this sorcery speed only? Yeah, it's a sorcery speed only. Boo. Although, that's going to give me potentially a card. Can end of this turn. Yeah, can't cast that. Boo. I kind of want hold the line. We're not bolted yet. But if they were gonna cast something, they probably would already. This kills. This does not kill Flame Breather. I'll hold it. Okay. Well, these are creatures. They're going to bolt one of our creatures. They're going to lava dart one of our creatures. Oh, Yeah, that's what the log says they're doing, but I don't see it yet. Are we frozen? Yeah, I think Moto's messed up. Be right back. Okay, we are back. Okay, back on the trail. Okay, they are casting highway robbery. Let's look at their graveyard. They have. Oh, they're gonna fiery temper. Are they going for face? Or are they going for? Yeah, that's what I would do. So they have a lava dart in their graveyard. I could use some of those draw spells. That would be nice. All right, let's come in with a monkey and a soldier. Yeah, they're gonna lava dart. That's fair. Here's the part where they just burn me down with burn spells. Synthesize. It's an emissary. I will cast that. I kind of don't want to use the mana. We can blast, but we're really close to turning that on, and that might be our win condition. I think these two blasts are our win condition, and this will take care of a flame breather that is their win condition. So, yeah, I don't think I want to use that. I do want the burning tree because 2/2 is good. They are looting. See, this is where our okay, that's fine. See, 2/2 beats 1/1. That's just math. Hey, that's a raider. Another 2/2. I am okay with them blocking percussionist. They did not decide to do that. They have 2 cards in hand. If we draw an artifact, we will have 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we can, so if they don't play Flame Breather here, even if they did, they decided to discard them. Oh, they're in bad shape. Yeah, we're going to instep. Finally going to do this instep lightning bolt that I've been trying to do the whole game. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we win. Nice. Oh, we extra win. We win on the stack. Boom. Well, that's that. See you next. Okay, here we are. We are on the draw I believe. Yeah. So we have, ooh, combo, Great Furnace and Tomb Raider. Second combo, Emissary into draw spell. So yeah, this seems like a kind of hand we want to keep. Plains, Ithacan, Javelineers. Okay, so this is probably like a white weenie kind of thing where they do less like they have this instant speed pump spell that so it's an aggressive creature deck, and this thing actually deals damage to stuff, so not our favorite. But how many enters with a javelin counter on it? So yeah, it can't kill our 2/2s, so that's good. And it's not going to profitably block this Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider coming at you. So this white weenie deck actually looks pretty sweet. I'd like to get some reps in on it, assuming that's what they're doing. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield transformed. Beginning of your next end step. It transforms into 2/1. Okay. Not a big fan of 2/2s. Let's see what we draw. Another Raider. Hmm. Probably want to play this land. I'm not a big fan of this. I wish I could see the other side. That can't block. Okay, that's important. Is it a white creature? Somehow I doubt it. I don't think so. Um, I'm gonna YOLO it. Just run our goblin into it, along with this monkey. If they want to block the monkey, more power to them. We didn't come here to leave creatures back. Okay, so they want to trade that. If we draw another land, then we can bushwhack, or we can emissary, then bushwhack. This thing can't block. Yeah, I thought this thing was going to be black, which might be relevant. They may not be on the Guardian's Pledge deal. That card's pretty cool. 2/3. Oof. What are they going to get off of it? I imagine that they are on that pump spell. Reveals Militia Bugler with Militia Bugler. Sweet. Militia Buglerception. Okay, they're coming in with their thing that can't block. That makes sense. This is a rally, so this is our mini combo. Although I don't, so we can give this haste, or we could deploy it and rinse resolve. Yeah, let's do that because we'll play find a land off of that. And I'm not crazy about running my stuff into this 2/3. What we need to do is find a removal spell for the 2/3. It would be great if this Rin's Resolve was Mountain and Lightning Bolt. Let's see what it is. Neither of those things. Okay, but we have until the end of our next turn to cast these. I am going to leave back this guy, this monkey, and maybe block this thing. And have another, I don't know if I'll block that thing or not. We'll see. until the end of your next turn. So it'll be the same. I think I'm going to keep the monkey for now. I'm not sure, but I think this pump spell costs 3 white, and I think it only pumps white creatures. All right, I'm not a big fan of all these blockers. It's not conducive with my plan. Do we want to? You know what's going to be cool here, though, is the Keldon Marauders, because those will be good blockers against these things. I think our plan here is to build a very wide board, wait for them to come in with their board, and hopefully not die, and then kill them on the crack pack. That's the plan. One consideration is if we cast this Clockwork, then that gives us Metalcraft. Also, it's a good blocker. Also, we can cast our Voldaren Epicure. Okay, we'll do that. That plays into our plan of surviving a swing so that we can then bushwhack on the crackback. We do have more life than they do. I don't think there's a good attack. They have 2 of these 2/3s. I don't think we necessarily want to attack with our percussionist. We'd rather save them for a bushwhack in turn. And my guess is what they're going to do. What are they killing? Oh, that thing? Sure. It was going to happen at some point. You don't want to kill my monkey? Come on. Free cards for me? Okay. Yeah. Affinity for creatures. Oh, yeah. That's what that card says. Okay, so this is also a pump. Other creatures you control get +1/+1, +1/+0. Okay, so here's their swing. Probably. Or a swing. So we are going to soak some of this, draw some cards. Hopefully some of those cards are lands. One of them is a land. They're both lands. Okay, well, we wanted to draw 1 but not 2, so that's good. What does this thing do? Draw a card. So I don't think that... Is this also a creature? It's a 3/3. I don't think that In the Festivities is actually very good. We've already played our land. Okay, let's play into our original plan. We're just playing out dudes. Hopefully they overcommit and we get to whack them. So they have a bushwhacker that whacks for 4 turns. Not great for us. Oh, wow. I don't think we're going to win this game. Uh, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17. That's lethal. So let's block this one. Take these things that have vigilance. Yeah, no, this isn't gonna work out. Let's take this, block this one. 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, land, emissary, almost a land. Okay, I think this is where we shoot our shot. Hopefully hit a land off of Ren's Resolve. We did not. Um, Percussionist. Maybe. There's no way. There's no way. They just attack out. Let's make them do it. Okay, so what are we bringing in? We're bringing in those Marauders. I think that's it. I think that's all we're bringing in. So we have to block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, right. It doesn't work. We have to block this 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5 gets through. And we have 6 creatures. Okay. So what do we, sorry about that. What do we want to bring out? I don't foresee activating the ability on synthesizer. I chain lightning is good. I think that it's probably, I think that we don't really want this game to go long because they probably have more inevitability. So, but synthesizer does enable metalcraft where Ren's Resolve does not. So we think that, I don't think Wind Festivities really does much against them. We're bringing in these Marauders. I don't think that this does much against them because I don't think a lot of their stuff had, we didn't see many things that had 1 toughness. We saw a lot of things that had 2 toughness. So let's take out some draw 2s because I think we're losing a long game. And bring in our Marauders. Maybe they can act like removal spells. And if we're really lucky, maybe they can get haste and attack for 3. Okay, so this hand has lands. It has an artifact that enables Tomb Raider. So we can turn 1 Percussionist, turn 2 Tomb Raider. So that's pretty good. So we'll keep it. They have mulliganed. So we like that. We like to see that. land, percussionist, attack for 1. They have no turn 1 play. Like to see that. Okay, that's an artifact. We do already have an artifact, so we're going to play our mountain. I think we can synthesizer, but I think we just want a Tomb Raider. We can synthesizer later. We're going to get in while the getting is good, so to speak. Okay, this is the thing that transforms into the thing that can't block. And I am okay with that. So I will continue to attack into that. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. We have 3 lands. We can emissary and then bushwhack. Or we can synthesizer, see what we get, then emissary rally. Let's do that before we make our land drop. It is a blast. That's interesting. I kind of want to use that blast because we just turned it on. Again, I don't really mind losing this. Oh, and we can, but we want to blast. So let's attack. Being in the next instant. Okay, so let's go ahead and play Emissary into Blast. We do still have Metalcraft, right? 3 or more. If we draw a land, we can rally and whack. That's where we want to be. Oh no, I'm not blocking that. No way. Okay, this is a 3/3. Land, land, land. Not land. Hmm. I think I want to impulse. I know I said that this is not exactly where we want to be, but we could bushwhack, and then this can trade for the 3/3, and or he can block that. I don't care. Um, but if we impulse, hit a land, then we can rally, or we could still bushwhack. So either way, we did hit a land. This is until the end of our next turn. So next turn we can rally bushwhack. Do I want to Reckless Impulse now? I think so. I think I'm setting up for a big turn. Chain Lightning. That'll remove the 3/3, and we can get in for more damage. That was a good play. Okay. We can even potentially draw another land and attack with an extra creature. Darval. It's Spider-Man. It doesn't look like Spider-Man, but it is. Boogler. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use Chain Lightning to remove a blocker and attack. Oh no, though, because that cost a mana. Okay, so what we're going to do, new plan. We're still going to Chain Lightning, but we're going to use this Percussionist. And still Bushwhack. He can profitably block a Percussionist or Bushwhacker, but I'm not too upset about that. Okay. Is this still into the next turn? Yeah. Hey, our sideboard card. That might actually be better. Could he have done this? Yeah, I think that was a misplay. Because I think he could have declared this as a blocker and then done it. Because Whacker doesn't. People always block the Whacker. I guess it's because it's the thing that pumped everybody, but at this point, it's done its thing. You're at 6. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We're going to be able to do it. We're going to be able to kill the Marauders into rally and attack. It's going to happen. Oh, I don't like that card. We're still doing it. If we draw a land, then we can bolt something out of the way. Probably that dumb Boogler. We did draw a land. So we are going to bolt the Bugler. I think it had its target because it can also target Planeswalkers, but that's not a thing in this format. So next turn, if we don't draw anything better, we might go ahead and activate this synthesizer. The question is the 2/2 better than potentially having it turned on our Metalcraft? So here, what are they going to? They're going to 5. When this thing is going to do 1 at some point, so that's an effective 4. I think I'd probably actually rather have Metalcraft. They have one card in hand, so I don't really want this to be a blocker. I want this to be an attacker. Okay, it goes ahead and does its one. This is only sorcery. Okay, well, that's pretty good. That's also pretty good. Do I want to draw a card? If I draw a card, then I'm probably also going to activate this because we're almost giving up on Metalcraft at that point. But if we draw, we're not dead yet. We're not gonna block. I don't think we're dead yet. 6? No. We draw a card anyway. Yeah, I guess I could have seen that coming. Oh, well, it's another artifact, so that's good. It's a bushwhacker. I mean, I think I just want to play it as a blocker because we're trying to draw into burn spells now. Let's see, what are they going to attack with next turn? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A, a lot. They're going to attack with a lot. I don't even think I'd survive. I think the only way I am even close to surviving is casting this as a blocker. Yeah, this is tough. Like I said, this deck looks sweet. I want to give it a shot at some point. This is a tough matchup because this Rally Red deck really wants to be able to get in there with creatures, and they are putting a lot of creatures down, and a lot of them have more than one toughness. Man, yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna get there. Well, them's the beats. But this has been Sunfettle Groovy, and give me a like and a subscribe, and tell me in the comments how I could have played differently and what I could have done better. Until next time.